This is the Amy Trace Podcast. I'm Tom White, and we are live at the STN National Conference in Tampa, Florida. Thank you to TriCaster and the Mini S, where basically you bring a TriCaster to your own device. Check out more of that at amytrace.com or go to VizRT, VIZRT.com. I'm joined today with a special guest who made a short trip to get here. It's Kevin. Kevin, tell us who you are, what you do.
So my name is Kevin Matsunaga. I just retired from teaching, actually.
Congratulations.
Taught for 31 years in the Hawaii Department of Education. The last 24 were at Chiefess Kamakahelei Middle School. And I ran and created their media program back in 2000 and attended the very first STN convention in 2004. We skipped 2005 because it was so expensive. And then from 2006 on until last year, I brought students every single year.
So my first question is, how did you survive more than 1 year at a middle school? I did it 1 year. I only taught one class, and I thought never again.
Yeah, middle school it's a different beast for sure. But I guess I got my start in an elementary school, and I always liked the upper L students, so 5th and 6th grade. And so moving into a middle school, that kind of like it was the same type of kid. So I don't know, I just, maybe I'm a little crazy. Or maybe I just have maybe I just have a little bit more patience. But yeah, I like that age. They can be really nasty sometimes, but they can be really cool too.
Gotcha. Yeah. I appreciate middle school teachers more than anyone else because like I said, I tried it. It didn't work for me. So before we started, you talked about what it takes to get from Hawaii to Tampa. Walk me through that process in terms of planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah. So I live on the island of Kauai. And that's about a 20-minute plane ride just to get to Oahu, which is our main hub. And then from there, I don't even know how long that plane ride was. It was probably over 6 hours to get from Honolulu to Dallas. And then we had a really small layover. We were basically just, moving from one gate to another. And then we had another couple of hours to get here to Tampa.
And then going back is the most direct route I've ever heard of.
From here straight to Seattle, and then Seattle back to Honolulu, and then I got to catch another flight to get to Kauai. Yeah.
Wow. I just, like I said before, I think that people don't understand what it takes. I can jump on a flight from Atlanta and be here in 2 hours, and I'm done.
Yeah.
For you guys, it's a lot of work.
And we'll bring 27, 25 kids.
Wow.
And 4 or 5 adults with us, and so it's a challenge to get everybody there. Yeah, for sure.
So we were talking about the Shoots Summit.
Yeah.
Tell us what that is.
So the Shoot Summit is something that we started 3 years ago. And it was started from a group of teachers, and we call ourselves Hawaii Creative Media, and we have a foundation. And we're all just media teachers from around the state. So we have somebody on just about every island. We started seeing each other at these student television network conventions. And we're like, hey, we're from Hawaii, and so we just gravitated towards each other. And what we wanted to do was figure out a way to get our kids better prepared for these national conventions. And so we started training them in the summer. So we would have 1 week long training sessions in Hawaii on one of the islands. We got some funding from our legislature to try to kind of pilot this just training to see how it did. And we noticed that, if we were able to give kids a head start in the summer, we saw huge gains when it came time for, STN conventions or different types of contests that we have in the state. And so we just continued it from then. And so the Shoot Summit came about because coming out of COVID, STN wanted to have their first sort of in-person convention, but in Hawaii we weren't able to travel. And so we hosted a satellite kind of hub in Hawaii, and we invited all the Hawaii STN schools to come to Waikiki, and we were able to get the Department of Education to help us out. We got a ballroom, and we got our own speakers. And in talking to the teachers there, they were like, how can we make this happen every year? And so then that was the start of the Shoot Summit. So in the next year, we opened it up. We have it in January, and it's a way for our kids to just better prepare them for STN, or to give them that STN experience if they can't make it to STN. We had about 340 the first year, 500 the second year, and we just had just under 700 in our last year.
Wow, that's great. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's no small feat. Now, we talked about what it takes to get here, and you've been involved with STN for a very long time.
Yep.
Tell me why it's important to you and for your students.
Well, this convention has always been special to us. It's the one place in which you're bringing together all of these kids who have the same passion for filmmaking or journalism or broadcast, and it's a place where they can where you just walk around and you see kids with cameras, and they're doing all the stuff that you're doing back at your school, but you're the only teacher at your school. And so you're kind of like operating in a silo. You come here and it's like, it's your peeps. It's all your people that, you understand what it means when a kid lost their memory card or didn't charge their battery. You can kind of talk to other teachers and kind of feel that community. It's also just a great experience for kids to be a part of, because it's the most authentic assessment that you'll ever find, because they're given a topic that morning. They have 3 hours to create the content, 3 hours to edit it, and they got to turn it in, and they got to make the deadline, just like in news, right?
I love it.
Yeah, so it's one of the best experiences. And then to be a part of like just 2,000 or 3,000 kids that are at the opening and closing ceremonies, and if they're lucky enough to hear their name called, it's just a fantastic experience.
Gotcha. Yeah, the authentic assessment is the best part.
Yeah.
When I tell people who aren't aware of like the crazy A's, when I tell somebody that these kids and their instructors have 8 hours to make a short film, they go, "How do they do it?"
Yeah.
They just do it.
They just do it.
The beauty of it.
Yeah.
So where can people find out more about the Shoot Summit?
So we have a website, shootSummitHawaii.com. You can go check it out. We host it every January, and we're always looking for schools to come out, different colleges or different organizations or businesses that create broadcast products or cameras or different things that can help students. Always looking for those kinds of people to kind of come out and support the event and see some amazing kids in Hawaii.
Awesome. I've already sent an email going, "Hey, we've been invited. Yeah. I think it's important that we show up."
Yeah.
So thank you so much for spending some time with us,
welcome.
And good luck to your kids that are all competing this weekend.
Thank you. We hope to see you in Hawaii next year.
Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon, and thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.